Hey class, it's Darby again. I'm here to share with you a summary from Radical Behaviorism for ABA Practitioners by James M. Johnston. I'm summarizing Chapter 9, A Social Life. This chapter of the book mainly addresses cultures and the effect that they have on individual behaviors. Two terms that were brought to my attention during the readings were phylogeny and onogeny. Phylogeny refers to the evolutionary history of the individuals. Phylogenetic contingencies are those that operate during the environmental history of a species. Onogeny refers to the history of the individual organisms during their lifetimes. Autogenic contingencies involve interactions between an individual and the environment in which they live throughout their lifetime. An individual's behavior is the result of a mixture of both onogeny and phylogeny. And I thought that was something that was really interesting to learn about and a really interesting part of the reading, and something that was really cool, the little blurb that was on the page. It was interesting to read and learn more about. All people participate in contingencies that are a result of biology and the boundaries created by the human body itself. These are contingencies that cannot be controlled. In fact, much of our routine comes from non-social contingencies. It comes from something more natural. For example, we are greatly influenced by our senses. They determine a great deal of what we can and cannot do. For example, with humans, our sense of smell is not exceptional like canines. We cannot stand the extreme heat like desert animals. We cannot cover large amounts of land like cheetahs, and our hearing is not phenomenal like dogs. Culture is everything that affects us that involves other people. Culture occurs when a social environment is added to this essential core. It is not possible to avoid being influenced by our culture, no matter how hard a person may try. The most noticeable result of our social environment is our verbal repertoire, or how we speak and or carry ourselves. Through our culture, we learn what is considered acceptable and unacceptable in any given situation. And you can find all this information on Johnston, page 165, and there's more about what culture is and how it affects an individual. B.F. Skinner observed that there are three ways that natural selection underlies behavior. In this book, Johnston particularly focuses on the third, the special contingencies maintained by an evolved social environment. This observation by Skinner was also known as selection of cultural practices. And this can all be found on page 166 of chapter 9 of Johnston's book. The book states that there are three elements of natural selection: variation, transmission / replication, and selection. The book gave fantastic examples on page 167. Here are some more examples of the three elements. Variation is a person may always wear rain boots when it rains, or they may wear a variety of shoes, or they may wear no shoes at all. They may only wear heels to church, or they may wear heels to multiple places they go. Variation is what it sounds like. It's a variation of types of shoes to a variation types of places. For transmission / replication, a good example would be a little boy, 4 years old, drops a vulgar word that starts with the letter F. He didn't just spontaneously learn this word. He had to hear it from someone. It turns out he has heard it from his father many times, and the little boy was imitating what he had heard or replicating it. The culture of cursing was transmitted to him. For selection, not jaywalking could be a good example. The person is reinforced by not getting hit by a car while illegally crossing a street. That would be one form. Or maybe driving on the right side of the road, not getting into a car accident and getting killed, is enough reinforcement not to do something stupid and illegal. And those are the 3 examples that I came up with for variation, transmission / replication, and selection. Why do certain practices generate more social reinforcement than others? According to Baum, in 2005, proximate reinforcers, which often take the form of socially mediated consequences, are when we behave the right way, others may provide reinforcement or reinforcers, which are known as proximate reinforcers. And ultimate reinforcers usually have to do with health and reproductive fitness in the long term, or determine how efficient the proximate reinforcer truly is. These are 2 definitions that were thrown into the chapter that I thought were important to know, and answers the question above. This is my question for everybody. Why is it important to know both a client's or student's phylogeny and ontogeny? Is knowing one more important than another? I hope you enjoyed this presentation, and I will see you guys later. Bye.